Hello, digital entrepreneurs. I'm Alston Anthony, and in this video, we are going to look into Vasa 1 from Microsoft. It is a new AI project which got introduced yesterday. Basically, the concept of this project is you can make anyone say anything. All you need to have is a single photograph and a speech audio file. That is the basic summary they are giving also. For example, if you see, all you need is single portrait photo, speech audio, and it will generate hyper realistic talking face with video with precise lip audio sync, lifelike facial behavior, naturalistic head movements, and generated in real time. Everything sounds really complex, or we are in a sci-fi world or something like that, because you can see the demonstration itself, a image audio clip and control signals, and it automatically generates a talking avatar, but in a naturalistic or more be human like, because we AI avatars are not something entirely new, because we have been having AI avatar for a couple of years, or some facial we can adjust face or just a mouth, or when we seeing. The problem with this that most of the time we can immediately say that it is something AI, or this is something not natural way of speaking, because most of the time it will only animate a lip portion or even eye blinking and everything. But what these guys are saying is they are going to be controlling a whole lot more to make it much more effective when we are generating AI components. So let's quickly take a look into it. We already know what Vasa. Let's see what is behind it, how it works. Simple technical words which help you to understand. Basically, it says anything, anyone say anything just with a photo and audio clip, precise audio live sync with all the different aspects to make it much more complex and natural when generating AI avatars. The model generates realistic facial movements and head motions using phased focused approach. So it not only able to do realistic facial movements, but head motions also available. Vasa 1 achieved its realism using diffusion based models specifically designed face latent space. So this is another one. It is currently focused on headshot pictures or images, and it is able to do that via that model. The model has the ability to independently control different facial features, not just mouth or just eyes, but it control a range of facial neurons, make it to make that AI video much more look like a human being. But important point, you can't go directly and start testing it, because it is not available for public. It is just a demonstration which they gave a lot of demo example videos published on Microsoft. So currently we are able to see the demo and examples, but still we are not able to use it. Hopefully we'll soon use it. So without further ado, let's directly jump into the content piece and check the examples and demo. So this is the page which got launched uh, about this project. It is on Microsoft. I will leave the link for this in the description. Vasa 1, lifelike audio driven talking faces and faces generated in real time. You can get an idea behind this. Abstract also showing much more examples and what they are doing it. We are not going to read through it. Just basically we are going to watch all the different examples available for us. Okay, now let's see all the information, because I just took my headphones because I want to watch the videos with you. So these are the examples provided. For example, you can see the first one shows the realism and liveliness. It shows what they are able to do with this. Let me play one of these. If you can notice, like when it's doing itself, they are itself moving a bit, the face head movement is there, and also expression is vivid with uh, the mouth and eyebrows and everything. Just try to take a much more closer look into that. So that is one example, not 100% in my perspective, but still 70 or something like that. Maybe let's try to this one. This is much more realistic in my view because I see the minor details in AI avatars and I'll try to see whether I can figure it out or not. I like the fact that even the yaw on this portion is not static at all. It is just like when the AI avatar goes down, the yaw also get like moves around. So that makes it much more natural. Let me look into another one. This looks like AI to me. There is no need. I'm not sure why, but the way the avatar is talking, we can clearly see it is as an AI. This is not a good use example in my view. Let me see something like that. Others like more shorter example with diverse audio input. So this might be interesting. Let's see. Okay. These two looked really easy to identify as a AI, but this is something which even I would think because straight away for me it looks like much more human when it's talking. So that is a good example. Maybe let's try this. I really like that they have different voice set, not just one phase of speed. All the voice are talking. Instead, they have different ways. This is more like pause, then go, rather than be robotic. I really like that they are trying to make mimic some emotion into the voice it's generating also. This looks a lot real to me. I'm not sure why, but straight away when I see it, looks much more real to me. I really like in this because even though the avatar is wearing a spectacle, glasses, we are able to see the eye movement and also the eyebrow is get moved above the glasses. Just a small detail. I really like that in this case. So those are good example. Now we have some more examples here. Generation results under different main gaze direction, like different face looking, forward facing, leftward, rightward, upwards. Let's see. This is a great example because even though they are forcefully trying to make them look into different directions, it is not clearly visible as a computer generate because it looks natural. If you, for example, if you take just one section of this video and start playing it and observe that itself, it does not look so much robotic. Good example, you can watch it. Generation results under different head distance scales. So this is also makes sense. Here the head is a bit zoomed out. This is centered. This is zoom. This is much more zoom. So let's see. A small detail like I like the fact I already do. I like to see the small details. I like the fact that the shoulder also moving, not just your facial or the neck and everything. We can see the shoulder itself moving. This is great example, to be honest. It looks much more natural to me, and I really like the fact it can move the shoulder. Still, if you notice, all of them are headshot focus. That means they are only able to do that, not a full body expression, just headshot focus. Generation results under different emotion offset: neutral, happiness, anger, surprise, respectively. So this is going to be the neutral one. Happiness, straight away we can see it from the images. This is the anger, this is the surprise. Let's see. This looks interesting. Like, we can obviously say some of this looks AI, but still it is able to generate different expressions, maybe sometimes even fool us. For example, these two looked really natural to me. Not sure about these two. Some other one, like, we are seeing realistic faces here, but you can see it is not restricted to the realistic faces, but they have out of distribution generalization also, where you can use any other kind of photo, like artistic photo, non-English piece, singing audios and everything. This is going to be example based on Mona Lisa. So I just paused it. I don't want any copyright for the video, so just paused it. We have another one. That is a cool one. It's interesting. Like, we have artistic AI, like we can use so many models to generate these kind of images, but when we have the capability to animate them or make them to talk, that is taking that functionality of AI to the next level. From there we can make a full body animation. The future is endless, like how it can develop. So we have some other options here as well. Same photo with different motion sequences. Let's see. Looks real to me. I don't know, but this example looks much more real. We have pose and expression editing. All this looks really interesting because I'm not sure what the future holds us. So we saw the examples here. Let us take quickly look into the real-time efficiency. So this is how the interface might look like. This is what they are seeing from their end. They wanted to show an example, I think, like not just how easy to use this one. So it shows that method generates video frames of 512 at 45 fps frames per second, the offline processing mode. And in online they are supporting up to 40 frames per second, and the latency is around just 170 milliseconds. And they are saying the offline is evaluated and the online is available evaluated on desktop PC with a single Nvidia RTX 4090 GPU. Let us take a look into this video. So you can see they are uploading an image and they are uploading an audio file. You can see how dynamically they are changing images, and here they are not just giving the record file, they are trying to give a text, and maybe based on it it is going to generate the audio file, I think. So you can see not just we only need images, and we can select the voice training module, and we can obviously connect to different options available, and based on it we can generate that expression AI avatar video. They are able to change the focus, like how they want to see the video with a straightforward right viewing or anything like that. You can see not just the it's doing it, how real time it is. Like, as soon as she clicks on something without any huge delays or something, it is straight away happening the with the different image. Now we have already seen the examples, use cases, how the app works and everything on the back end. Now let us discuss something interesting, like potential application. First, it is not going to be limited. The applications is going to be much more, like it is going to affect every industry, because those are the point I wanted to enter. Because they are giving some application use cases, but in reality if you think of it, this is going to revolutionize, like not just this app itself, But when we are having this kind of AI impact of creating videos and everything, it is going to be affecting all the industry. So some applications include possibility of real-time chat with virtual avatars, closely resemble human conversation behavior and everything, generating talking face in different languages for educational videos and translation. This is something huge, to be honest, because you have one person, or even you don't need to have a person, you just need a permission to use that particular photograph of his headshot. We generate audio, it is going to be saying that with the facial expression, the movement and everything, it is going to be talking into maybe 100 different languages. So it is going to be much more easy, rather than creating 100 different dubbing artists and everything. So it is going to be making huge impact. Animation filmmaking, enabling animators to create more realistic and expressive characters. It is going to be, because we are not just limited to creating this from a realistic photo. We already saw that from cartoon anime style images also it is working. So potential application is huge on this space. Now let us take a look at some legal and ethical consideration, because we know deep fakes and misinformation, it is going to be huge, because there should be regulation to need to prevent misuse of this technology. Because with just a single photograph, most of the time all of our photos is on online, can be from Facebook, a profile picture in a LinkedIn profile, Twitter, or any website images or anything. Especially if you have a celebrity or VIP, your image is going to be everywhere on the internet. All everyone need is just a image, and they even can generate the audio with AI, just using that from one of your interviews or anywhere you talk. So it is going to be a regulation need to be there to prevent misuse of this technology, because it can happen a lot. Privacy and consent, like guidelines need to be required to protect individual rights, because I don't need essentially anyone to ask it. I just can straight away take a picture and start using them to maybe promote my product, promote my training or anything like that. Intellectual property legal framework need to address the ownership issue of content generated by Vasa, because is it whether the person's image or the person who's using it, how it's the license is going to be protected from them, how their intellectual property is going to be protected. So many questions are there. Emotional manipulation, this is something important in today's phase. Study need to prevent emotional manipulations, because with the lifelike avatars, emotionally manipulation can happen a lot, because this makes the talking avatars looks much more realistic. So you need to be very careful. Then we have accountability and transparency, importance of maintaining the transparency in AI generated content, because someone who is not looking for this minor AI detection, like when I was watching those videos, I specifically look for anything to resemble AI or anything to resemble AI avatar. But if you are someone, you are watching a video on a phone when you are working on something, and this video comes in social media or not, immediately you are not going to realize that as a fake or AI avatar. So you need to be making sure that anyone who is creating this content and using this content have necessary accountability on that, and even transparency on some scale to let the end user know that this is a AI generated content. Ethical AI development, we already know prioritizing ethical consideration to prevent this harm in use these technologies. So these are the legal and ethical consideration. Conclusion, very exciting on AI space. This takes the image generation of AI to a next level, where we have much more human like AI avatars, not just a robotic AI avatars, not just avatars with just face and eye sync movement, but we have the option to control neural expressions, realistic expression, head movement, hair movement, eyebrow, eyes, mouth, shoulders, a lot more. So it makes it much more interesting, at the same time much more risky also. So what do you think of it? Maybe give you a comment on this, and I'll see you guys in another great video like this.